Hey YouTube, not even global warming can get me from stop making videos, even though it was about to. It was so hot and you can't hear me over the fan, so I can't keep that fan on while I'm talking to you. So, I'm sweaty. I turned it back on when I quit making this video, obviously, because it's so freaking hot. And it's like in Oregon. I moved good miles to get away from the heat, and it follows me. I think it's becoming quite an issue. It's hotter than Hades. It's been a hot summer. Too hot for me. So here I am with quenching my thirst with some liquid Dr. Pepper, liquid gold, and making a video on my new earrings. Oh man, did I just get these on? God. Okay, my new earrings I got at a garage sale. I think they're so pretty. And I also, I've been wanting to go to the store. It's called Off the Record. We don't have very much music stores. We have Walmart and their cheapo CDs. Fred Meyer's has a great CD collection. You can go to thrift stores if you like, or pawn shop if you like their CDs. Sometimes they're kind of dodgy, and if you want to go get records, I'd also recommend, I think Fred Meyer's might be starting to sell LPs, and the thrift stores or pawn shops, but it's hit or miss, and usually you get old folky Christian music and classical music. As I can tell, the window's open. It's hot. I cannot have the window not opened. So yeah, if you might hear outdoor craziness, it's because it's hot. And okay, Off the Record actually has good records besides, those weird folky Christian bands that you probably wouldn't buy. I mean, or like Beethoven and Bach, and who can forget Snoopy's Christmas? Not to saying that I don't like those records, but I was looking for Pink Floyd. Obviously, Libby Waters. Just a thought. So I get my pick. I finally found Animals. I had this album before, but it got lost, and I'm trying to build up my vinyl collection. I have one Rod Stewart, one regular Radio Chaos by Roger Waters. They had Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking, but I didn't have enough money and I couldn't get it. This is cool. I think this has to be the best Pink Floyd album cover besides Dark Side of the Moon, or it could be better because it's like very artistic. It has a painting. I just like it. It looks very dark and weird. Kind of interesting. We had a power plant that kind of looked like this, and had a big in my hometown, and it had Hastings up there, up on the tower. It's pretty funny to see the old power plant in Hastings with that. And one day we went to the power plant, and all the boys wanted to climb up it. And they said, well, you can't, but all the boys were brave and wanted to do that. kind of reminds me of that, and it's a good album. It's like, it has to be one of my favorite Pink Floyd albums. It's very underrated, from the 70s. People usually go through from Dark Side of the Moon, Wish You Were Here, to The Wall, and they usually forget this album. So if you're a Pink Floyd newbie, I would recommend listening to this in the final cut. Then get into the earlier stuff. People got bad because they said, well, we are Pink Floyd fans. We listen to just, even if we listen to The Wall or Dark Side of the Moon, which is true. If you prefer, Dark Side of the Moon is a good album, and it's famous, and The Wall is pretty, a lot of people say it's overrated, but it's my favorite album, so what the heck. If you just want to listen to The Wall or Dark Side of the Moon, you're still considered a fan. It's just the people that don't know anything about it and have the best of Pink Floyd. That's the only album they have, and that's the only album they're ever going to get. And they know only song they know is Money and Another Brick in the Wall, Part 2. And they don't even have The Wall or the Dark Side of the Moon. That's when I get kind of wondering, are you a Pink Floyd fan or a hipster? And, well, this is the other Pink Floyd album I got, Wish You Were Here. My other favorite album cover. It's kind of gruesome. If you actually look at it, the guy's on fire. Sudden human combustion syndrome, which is actually a real disease. Rare but real. Pretty cool. I'm pretty happy and proud of this. This only costed about $4. Cost $4. Costed is not a word, Libby. And this costed $5. I got them off the record, and I'm pretty proud of it. The album collection. So, I have not got a record. I haven't not yet gotten a record player. Bad grammar. Yet. Hopefully someday I will, because I love listening to music that is you can play on records. I like LPs. I like CDs. I actually like tapes once in a while. MP3s are cool and all, but I know there's what's in style. They're easy to get. I mean, you can just download one song instead of having to buy the whole album. But it's just I like getting the whole album, and sometimes it's a hit or miss. Sometimes you get to hear songs that are even better than the songs put on the radio if you buy the whole album. You get to hear the whole album, listening to the whole album instead of just one song. That's why I think, if you're going to be in the music, I'm not saying MP3 player, people listen to MP3s because everyone listens to them, aren't true music lovers, but as for me as a person, I do have an iPod, but I prefer getting CDs and old records, and listening to them on LPs, listening to my CD player, and I just like listening to the whole album. And sometimes you have to get the whole album, especially with Roger Waters and his concept albums. You can't. So yeah. And it's been a pretty interesting week. They're full of interesting trials, and I made it through. It wasn't one of my favorite weeks I've ever had. A lot of things went wrong, and a lot of crazy things happened that I did not want to happen. Personal things. And oh my god, crazy librarian day, Friday. She was probably in a bad mood, and I was in a bad mood from all the things. she just got grumpy, and I got, you know what? Not gonna deal with grumpy librarians. I pretty much pissed her off, and yeah, this didn't end pretty. I just had to talk to her supervisor about her being snappy, and she said, "Well, you're being snappy back." I'm like, "Oh, well, she's scary." And I just basically left the library for so I didn't get books thrown at me or whatever thrown at me or whatever they might throw back. Apparently, since I stopped getting books all the time and using they get edgy when you use the computer a little more than an hour. But I had nothing else to do. Shama didn't have very much classes, and barely anyone was there, so it was either hang out in the library for a couple of hours or go window shopping. And next time I should have picked window shopping, or next time I go to the library, I might actually read a book for a couple of hours, and they can't say anything about that. But I'm a nice person, and I have books that I don't read right now, and I'm going to donate them to the library to make peace. I have a couple of books, so I'm going to do it. Say, I'm really sorry about, yes, like Friday, here are a few books. I was just in a bad mood, and I shouldn't have taken it on you guys, but I feel it would be good karma just to bring back a couple of books they can use for their book sales. I am obviously not going to read anyway. So it's been an interesting week. Prop 8 and Doma out of the way, and what else is on the news? Kim and Kardashians, and ugly Kim Kardashians, and Kanye's funny named kid named Northwest. I have a good name for their next baby. How about Southwest or Midwest? I think those would be two cool names. Because you have Northwest, Southwest, and Midwest. I'm just saying. That would be funny. And you still keep hearing, I guess Paula lost her job at the Cooking Food Network channel, and whatever. And I've been looking into it. I'm not a big fan of Paula Deen and stuff, but I think I've changed of heart. I don't know if dropping her from all of her things is necessary. I mean, for something she did 20 years ago. I don't necessarily agree with her or like her, but I think her losing all her jobs and stuff was a little it's getting kind of out of hand. I think, I guess people were really offended, but it happened 20 years ago. I may get a lot of haters, but I think we should let go of the Paula Deen thing. We've all said stuff we've regretted, used language that's hateful. So, I guess judge and be judged, and we all make mistakes, and we all need to be forgiven for them, even though it might not be a popular mistake. I've made mistakes and said stuff in the past that I regret later. Yeah, it's not like she was the first one to pop that word out. I'm just saying. Also, have you ever watched the advertisement for Christian Mingle? The jingle to it just sounds so weird and so sexist. I don't get it, but it's like don't like it. I wasn't a big fan of the idea of of online dating. It's in the first place, and I tried it once. I've tried it a couple of times, but it usually is a big fail. So online dating isn't really that my favorite thing, and the Christian Mingle jingle just creeps me out. Somebody pointed it out, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is creepy." Yeah, and also I just think the whole eHarmony thing is creepy. I just don't like online dating. It's kind of creepy. I like to meet the person face to face, and the online dating, I know they have profiles and stuff, but it's kind of dodgy. I'm not a big fan of online dating. I might be old school, but I would not. That's not going on dating sites. It's kind of creepy and dodgy, and I don't know the person. For all I know, the person could be a serial killer or some kind of perv. And gosh, I have trust issues already. I would not do online dating. It's just too dodgy, and I don't want to go on this date. And this guy said he's this great guy, and obviously if you're going on a Christian dating site, you think they're Christians, but turns out to be this big pervert or online serial killer. No, I think I'll do it the old-fashioned way, to stay safe. And honestly, on Christian dating single sites, the guys on the dating thing, like, you think, like, if, like you find it on, well, just religious guys, I mean, like, religious site, dating site, not just Christian, because they have JDate and stuff like that. You think, if you're finding a guy from JDate or Christian Mingle or eHarmony or whatever kind of religious background dating, that you would find this great guy who has the same values as you, but instead of like the regular dating, the secular dating, they're just creepy and weird, and as the secular dating. Not saying that everyone who signs up for dating sites are creeps or anything. I'm just saying that there's still creeps out there on it, and there's still people who take advantage of people. In fact, I think it'd be a great place to get more people that would take advantage or be different, not who they say they are, because it's easy to hide behind religion, as we all know. It's not right, but it happens. I'm sorry to say it as a Christian, but not the worst place you can meet people is on Christian dating site, or dating sites in general. So I wouldn't go. You'd trust Christian Mingle, but now they have a creepy jingle that just kind of gives me this look like I'm not using Christian Mingle ever again. Weirdos. I mean, I don't want to bash it. And eHarmony is weird too. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. It's worked. And it's safer. Okay, I guess my rambling has gotten enough, and beautiful. just before I go, I'm going to be downloading a couple of videos like of me performing and dancing around to the Beatles and to Roger Waters. I hopefully won't get deleted, but it's pretty cool. It's kind of fun, me dancing around to the music. I thought I'd just post more fun part of me, if it's still on. I can't remember, but hopefully it's still on my computer and you get to see that, or I'll re-record it. And also, Mark Fisher passed away. He was the guy that helped make the stage props for Pink Floyd and Roger Waters tours, The Wall and Pink Floyd in the 80s and some other tours, the original Wall. He passed away. I don't know of what, but Pink Floyd fans, we've lost Storm already, and just this year, and it's like another Pink Floyd loss, another great guy who helped out make the music great has passed away. I really didn't know who he was, but I guess he passed away from a long-term illness. I've heard his name a couple of times. Pardon my ignorance, but it's still a sad loss because he was kind of young for death, and he helped make the tours possible, so it's a sad loss. Like I said, we lost Storm and many other people that have been around Pink Floyd, and Richard Wright and Syd Barrett, and it makes you realize that our time on Earth is short, and I guess as the members and the people who have made Pink Floyd possible are getting older, and eventually they'll all die. Even though it's kind of hard for me to think that soon even Roger Waters and David Gilmour and Nick Mason and the rest of the gang will eventually all die. It makes me more grateful that they're still here and that we still have them, and that even though they may not be performing as much as we want, when they do perform, it's special, and I'm grateful for every concert they do, like benefit concerts, tours, albums, interviews, because in a couple of years we might not have them anymore. They might have gone to the great rock and roll heaven with their roadies and other band members. You know, life is short. We don't know when we're going to go and meet our maker. So live in the moment right now, and things might be bad. You might have librarian incidents that kind of are dodgy, or you might get really annoyed by celebrities, but remember, life is short, and that when I mean life is short for everyone, including the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and Pink Floyd. We've lost rock and roll stars, and when you look back and the music lives on and will live on forever. John Lennon's records will be around forever, and so will the old Queen music and Pink Floyd and the Doors. No, that kind of music will be around when my great-grandkids are around. Hopefully, they'll know who Dark Side of the Moon is. We might not be around. Roger Waters might not be around then, but I hope that they listen to that music and realize, wow, this music is about a zillion years old, and I still listen to it. I think it's just, I hope that, you know, music this good gets to be around forever. I hope people know who Wish You're Here is years from now, because it's good music. Pretty. Well, that was my video. I guess I'm gonna go try to get cool down and try my best to not get in any more library fights. So make your comments. Tell me, you know, how the weather is in your area. Talk about like what kind of record collection you have. I have a good idea. Why don't we write our crazy library stories from when you're young and when you're older? I think it'd be funny. So I'll see you whenever I get to make videos. This is fun. I like making videos. They should put me on Crazy Addiction. I love it. It's fun.